Lounge Kittens by request. That was Yeah. Where am I? Am I here? I'm here now. Before that, Weird Al, Albuquerque. Yeah, that's a long one. Queen, you're my best friend. Peter Gabriel, Shock the Monkey. We started with Pushing Up Roses, Brave Little Toaster. You should go like and subscribe to the Pushing Up Roses. It's awesome. She's on the YouTubes. You can find it. You're smart people. Yay! It's Monday-ish esque. You go a little west. It's still Monday. Radio Dead Air. Still taking requests. Somebody want to hear, so let me know. RadioDeadAir.com. Requests at RadioDeadAir.com. That's how it works. You have to email me. There goes the email. Just sold, you guys. Lots more to come. Just a reminder, we have RDA Tech Q&A this Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you have tech questions you need help with, Mike and I will help you out. Send those to requests at RadioDeadAir.com. Wednesday, we have our game stream, continuing Mass Effect 2. It's so much fun because it's Mass Effect 2. You guys, it's so much fun. You should check that out. Lots more to come. So a bit more about stuff that came out of Comic-Con New York. I saw the trailer for American Gods 2. I'm a little, Series 2 anyway. And I'm a little, it looks good. It looks fine. But I've heard all the behind the scenes stuff and that's got me a little concerned. And Good Omens, we talked about that a little bit. This is kind of the year of Neil Gaiman because his shit is everywhere. As well it should be. Good Omens was Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, and it was a fantastically weird novel. I expect it's going to be a fantastically weird TV show. That'll be on Amazon Prime. Another thing on Amazon Prime that has me concerned. They're doing an adaptation of The Boys. And while I used to be a really big fan of Garth Ennis, I loved his run on Hellblazer because I felt like he understood the character like nobody did. And Preacher was a fantastic book, though it has its problems. The Boys, that's a different beast. If you're not familiar with this, it's a comic book that was written by Garth Ennis. And the premise is all the superheroes are, they're pretty much all Donald Trump. They are the same sort of demon that is our current president-elect. But there is a secret organization or a secret group put together by the CIA to combat and undermine superheroes. It's the Boys. And while that may sound kind of interesting, it starts from the initial point that Garth Ennis does not seem to enjoy the concept of superheroes very much. At all. Really, at all. And then there are just assorted horrors all throughout the book. Just horrible things. Pedophilia? Yep. Rape? Yep. Incest? I think. Random murder, dismemberment, a super baby that bursts its way out of the womb and immediately flies up and shoots lasers at a guy. Yeah, it's awful. It's really, as a comic book, it thinks all the things it's doing are really hilarious and pointed and saying something, but it's really not, and it's just kind of mean and cruel and pointlessly so. I mean, there is, in fiction, cruelty has its place, sad to say. But normally it's in service of a larger point. When it's just for its own sake, it's self-defeating and becomes wearying and draining and awful. And it negates itself, is a good way of, not in that it makes the horribleness go away, but it just undermines the story to the point that why would you read it? So I was really surprised when I found out Amazon Prime is doing an adaptation of The Boys, and it's got some star talent attached to it. It's got Carl Urban, and it's got Simon Pegg. So it's got some names on it, and I'm that leads me to believe that the story itself has undergone a severe makeover. And yet, I can't, in good conscience, support or read it or watch it, because in doing so is sort of, and Mark Millar does this a lot. This is kind of why, you know, all his adaptations drive me nuts too. It's sort of rewarding and supporting what got it made in the first place. Even if the adaptation is thoroughly sanitized and much more palatable, it still came from a god-awful place. And I'm never going to say there's no point in horrible things in fiction. There is. But for its own ghoulish delight, that's just not fun. That's plucking wings off flies. And it's unsettling, and it makes you worse in its own way. But yeah, I can't. It's got some folks you might want to see, and you know, if you watch it, fine. But just, I would advise you, go and find a few issues of The Boys and read the comic and decide if that's really what you want to be contributing to. Because the money, the guy who created it's getting a bunch of money for it. It's not something that should be a success. You know? It's unfortunate. We got enough of that bullshit. Anyway. Venture Brothers? Okay. Well, let's get to that after this. I'm gonna put on another vidya. Some a la Rangoon with some helpful tips. Still taking requests. Requests at radio.air.com. Send them along. Radio.air.
Yo, Starch! Sorry you couldn't make it to MagFest this year. Plans just aren't the same without you.